got the gospel on one side and the Ten Commandments on the other. Do you believe in an afterlife?
Not really.
No?
Not really.
Hey? Not really? I can prove God in 30 seconds. Scientifically.
Yeah, go on.
You see this building here? How do you know there was a builder?
Because it was. I didn't know there was a builder.
How do you know there was a builder?
Because how else did it come?
Because the building is there.
Yeah.
If there's a painting that's 400 years old, you know there were a painter because the painting's there.
Yeah.
And all this beautiful creation, lovely blue sky, now and again, there's got to be a creator.
Well,
And everything on this planet's been designed. You think about it. Your eye, 137 million light cells in it, and they've all got to be there at one time, otherwise it don't work.
I just think it's all coincidence.
A coincidence.
Yeah.
So if you probably don't believe in a God then, like an atheist, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what an atheist believes?
I don't believe
That nothing created everything.
Well, I don't.
That's scientifically impossible. It's ludicrous. Absolutely.
I think the universe just existed forever and infinite.
Forever.
Yeah.
That's impossible. That's already been disproved by the Big Bang. It's got to have happened all at once.
I don't think so.
It has, honestly.
I
Trust
think
me.
the universe
What about
is-
heaven and hell? Do you believe in heaven and hell?
No.
No?
It's
You
a cool
don't-
idea. I like the idea. But
You're like, well, everybody does. They want to know that they're going somewhere nice. If there's a heaven, do you think you're good enough to get there?
probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Well, that's honest of you.
gotta be
Do you think? What about you? Do you think you're good enough?
Well,
Are you a good person?
I think I'm pretty alright person.
You're an all right person, right? Well, we're from a church down the road, and we do a quick test. Takes less than 60 seconds. How many lies have you told in your life?
A lot.
A lot.
Tony Morgan's.
Right. And if you tell lies, what does that make you?
Sinner.
Well, it makes you a liar, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course it does. Have you ever stolen anything, no matter how small, no matter how long ago?
I accidentally stole a pencil in second grade primary school.
Well, it's still theft.
Yeah, freaked out about it.
If you take £1 out of my wallet, it's as bad as taking £50 out of my wallet, isn't it? So that makes you a thief or a lying thief. Right? Have you ever used God's name in vain? Like you hit your thumb with a hammer and it comes straight out of your mouth. Oh my God. Do you know that's called blasphemy?
Yeah.
One of the most serious sins in the Bible. In Old Testament, it were punishable by death.
Yeah.
Yeah, really serious. I'll get you with this one because you guys.
Right.
In the Bible, it says you haven't got to commit adultery. Well, I presume you're not married yet, are you?
Not yet.
No, right. Well, Jesus said this. He said, whoever looks at someone with lust, sexual desire, has committed adultery in the heart already.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at anybody with lust? Yep. I told you I'd get you with that one.
Yeah.
But you've just told me you're lying, thieving, blasphemous, adulterers at heart. Now, if God's going to judge you by that standard, and the Ten Commandments I've just given you on that coin, if God's going to judge you by that standard, are you going to be innocent or guilty?
Guilty.
Guilty, exactly. Heaven or hell. It's hell, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But what did God do for guilty sinners like you and me, because I've committed all them and more?
He died.
Trust me.
I read a leaflet
He
about that.
died. That's right, he died for his sins. But I bet you don't know this. When he was dying, there was a legal transaction being performed. He said 3 words seconds before he died. And that became a legal transaction. It was written in Greek, and the Greek is tetelestai. But the actual meaning of it is paid in full. So what he was doing is saying he's paying in full for what you've done, what I've done, what everybody's done. If you're in court, what's your name?
River.
River.
Yeah.
And
Alex.
Alec, hiya.
Sorry.
Right, if River's in court and he's got £1,000 fine to pay, if he can't pay it, he's going to prison.
Yeah.
But if someone comes in and pays for his fine for him, the judge can legally let him go. All you do is you admit your crime, you say you're sorry, you'll not do it again, and you're out of court. And that's exactly what Jesus was doing. He was paying our fine in his blood and his suffering. That was the currency he used to pay for it all. And by doing that, you're then called born again. You're a born again Christian. And you know if you go across that road this afternoon and bang, you get killed, you know where you're going. You don't just hope it anymore, you know exactly where you're going. And you can never ever lose that. Once you've made a commitment to Jesus. I'll give you an analogy. If you're on a plane 10,000 feet up, right? The plane's flying along, it's going to crash. Why would you put a parachute on?
To jump out and not hit the ground.
Well, to save your life, isn't it, basically? You cling on to that dear parachute for your life. And if you cling on to Jesus and what he did on that cross, he will save you. When are you going to die? You don't know, do you? 150,000 people a day die. And a lot of them are young people. Not trying to frighten you, I'm just making you aware of the situation. We just don't know. I mean, I've had most of my life. That's why I'm getting prepared. But honestly, if you make that commitment, you'll never ever lose it. Let me just give you one of these. Free of charge again, I don't charge you for it. You've heard of the Gospels, have you? Okay. Well, it's one of the books of the Bible. This is what Jesus said, and remember, when Jesus came to earth, it was God coming as man. And he said this, truly, truly, I tell you, unless a man is born again, he can't see the kingdom of God. So you've got to be born again to get into heaven.
How do you know it was him that said it, not it just made up?
Well, the evidence for Jesus is more than Julius Caesar, George Washington. It's all written down. Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, the guys that wrote the Gospels, they all lived with him. And they saw him at first hand. It was eyewitness testimony. And he rose from the dead. And the evidence for that is overwhelming. He appeared to 500 people at once, all eyewitnesses, and they gave their life for that. They wouldn't give their life for a lie. They were martyred, killed because of their belief. I tell you what, that film on the back, right, it's got 30 million views. The channel's got 300 million. It's gone viral, and young guys are watching it, honestly. And if you watch that, it'll change your life, honestly. It will. Now, we're from a church, as I said, down the road. I don't know whether you realise, but you've been on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Do you mind if I use it for YouTube?
I'm sure it does.
Okay. If it's ladies, they don't want to know my hair's not right or my lipstick's not right,
No, I don't mind.
So, thank you. Well, that's the channel. If you want to have a look, it'll be on in a couple of days. Okay, and that's the church. Just first street down after the bus station it is. But thanks for talking to me. God bless you. Remind me your names again. River and Alex. There's a lot of Alexes about. There is. Popular name.
Am I meant to help you?
Oh, it's just a reminder for me to tell you about the camera.
Oh, yeah.
I can't use it, you see, if I don't tell you about the camera. I can't use it on Facebook or YouTube, sorry. So God bless you, and I'll be praying for you. God bless you. All right. Have a good read. Bye-bye. Bye.